Hi and welcome to Misticly. Could you be a spark of God? How does that question make you feel? Did you immediately respond with a definite no, accompanied by a sense of disbelief or even amusement at such a ridiculous question? If so, you're not alone. Many of us hold the belief that God is an all-powerful, all-knowing and untouchable force, the creator of everything we see and experience. The very idea that us mere mortals could be compared to or even consider ourselves as being a spark of God may seem absurd, even blasphemous. But what if there was another way to look at this question? In this video, I invite you to explore a different perspective, one that may challenge your current understanding and perhaps open the door to a new realization. But before I do, if you enjoy this type of content and you haven't already, why not subscribe to the channel? It's guaranteed to keep you informed. Now, to begin this exploration, we must first ask ourselves, who or what is God? This is, without a doubt, a profound question, one that has been contemplated by scholars, theologians, and seekers of truth for millennia. Many answers often come from religious texts, irrespective of the faith we follow, with some believing that God is an all-powerful being who must be revered and feared. Others view God as a compassionate and loving presence that guides us through life. What's your belief? Do you see God as an external force separate from yourself? Or is there a possibility that divinity resides within you? I had also posed the question, who is God, to one of my divine guides many years back, and this was the response. God is an omnipotent force and power too great for the human mind to comprehend, a source of light from which we all emanate. It is our source, our eternal power, in the face of many other dimensions. Its purity crystal clear, God is all. Building upon the concepts introduced in the video, Is Your Soul Who You Really Are?, which I encourage you to check out if you haven't already. Many of us accept the idea that we have a soul. But what if that soul is more than just an ethereal essence? What if it is, in fact, a fragment of the eternal source, the very source that some of us call God? If this is true, then within each of us resides a powerful, divine energy experiencing life through our individual perspectives. In essence, we are not separate from this source. Rather, we are an extension of it. Consider this. If you are part of the source, does that mean that you also carry a piece of its divine power within you? Imagine for a moment that your soul, your true self, is connected to this vast, infinite energy that is the creator of all things. If this is the case, then could it be possible that you too possess a spark of that great power, that within you lies the potential to create, to manifest, and to shape your reality in ways you may have never realized? How does that make you feel? Does it evoke a sense of wonder, excitement, or maybe even discomfort? Perhaps you've been taught that considering yourself as divine is an act of arrogance or ego-driven pride. Maybe your spiritual religious beliefs suggest that God is an entity far beyond human comprehension, making any claim to divinity seem like sacrilege. But what if recognizing the divine within you is not an act of ego, but rather an acknowledgement of your true nature? What if embracing this perspective could empower you to live a more fulfilled and purposeful life? What if It could help you realize that you aren't powerless, but rather a co-creator of your reality. What if the strength, wisdom and love you seek externally already exists within you, waiting to be acknowledged and expressed? Take a moment to sit with these thoughts. Let them sink in as you imagine, just for a moment, that within you is a spark of the divine, an essence of God's infinite power and love. Imagine that you are not merely a passive observer of life, but an active participant in the grand scheme of the universe. Imagine that the question, could you be a spark of God, is not meant to diminish the greatness of the divine, but rather to awaken you to the greatness that already exists within you. What would that realization change for you? How would it reshape your beliefs, your actions, and your understanding of yourself and the world? The answer is yours to discover. Bye for now.